Welcome to Sanctuary Arms Cafe. Today I want to show you our range bag and what's in the range bag. I don't know how long the video is going to be yet. I ain't 100% going to do this, so I'm just going to, my plan is to open the bag, pull an item out, show you the item and explain to you why we have it in our bag and what we use it for until I go through all the items. So maybe this will be a fun video for some, but let's get to it. Okay, first I wanted to show this. This is called the BOG. I don't know what model it is. It's kind of like a tripod that you can clamp the gun down inside of so it doesn't move. And this gets really tiny. It gets kind of tall. Like I can lay on my belly and use it. I can sit on a table and use it. I can stand up and use it. I might do a video on it specifically if somebody's wanting to know or see it. If they watch some of our range videos, they've probably seen it in them. But that's the BOG. Okay, now I'm going to start over here and work my way down. And here we have our rangefinder. You don't have to have a rangefinder, but I recommend using one. If you don't have one, you don't have to have one. It's just so like in our situation, yours might be different. Where we hunt at, it's like the hunting lane, whatever the hunting distance is, you might more likely be in. If you go to the range, or so if you can go to your hunting area, you can use this to see what the distance is. So let's say like in our situation, our hunting lane is roughly 50 to 75 yards that we would actually, the deer would actually be walking into if we wanted to shoot. So we go to the range, I sight the gun in, and then I see where the gun is hitting at 75 yards. So I know if it's still on bullseye, if it's an inch high, an inch low, and then I know what to do when I'm in a situation where I'm shooting. And then it gets a little more complicated than how you want to go with it. But I found with our gun setup, which is here, this is my hunting gun I got set up this year, and I have this one set up right here. This one is set up for this year. I'm playing around with a lot. This one is sighted in at 36 yards. It's in 44 mag. This is the Smith & Wesson. And at 36 yards, I don't remember where it's hitting at exactly off the top of my head, but I'll show you how I can find out. But this is basically at the range I would be shooting at. This is hitting bullseye still pretty well enough that it would bring down a deer. Okay, so the next part, it should be in here. If it ain't, I won't go and bring it up. It should be in here. Is I have a little notebook, and in that notebook, as I'm sighting in a gun, because each gun is kind of like, if you're shooting ammo, the gun might not do well with this brand of ammo, but it might do better with this brand of ammo. Each gun's a little different. So when I find the ammo the gun likes, I find out where I'm sighting it in at. On my book, I'll write down the gun, I'll write down the bullet I'm using, and then I'll write down where it hit at it, where I zeroed it, which is 36 yards. And then I'll write down where it's hitting at 50 yards, where it's hitting at 75 yards, and where it's hitting at 100 yards. And you could go further with that if you wanted, and that tells me if it's shooting inch high here, inch low there. So then I'll memorize that before I go hunting, and then I'll know if I'm in whatever situation, I'm a little bit prepared for it before it happens. Good. Okay, I carry duct tape. I'll use it to cover some holes sometimes when I'm sighting a gun, or I'll use it to make me a target, or I'll use it to hold something up that I'm shooting at. Just, there's all kinds of uses for duct tape. This is the notebook I mentioned, and I can show you. So like for the Winchester Wildcat, for instance, and then I sighted in at 36 yards, zero, and it shoots an inch high at 50 yards, and it shoots 4 inches low at 100 yards. And that's fairly consistent, using that as an example. And I can go as far with this I want and detail as much as I want.
And that's the ammo that we prefer to use in it.
Well, it's not that I prefer to use, it's what it likes. So like if I shoot mini mags, the grouping's like all over the place. But in this gun, when I'm shooting the varmint, it's got tighter groups. So I know that's the ammo it likes. I have scissors to cut cardboard, targets. It's scissors. You could think of uses for it. These are the targets I like. These are what I sight my gun in with most of the time. This and just a marker.
You can pick them up at Walmart.
Amazon, these are cheap. They're like $2, $3. And they're just stickers. So you just go up to your cardboard, pull the sticker off, and stick it to it.
Yep.
This is a smaller range bag. So if we're going to the range, we have a pistol range here at home, But if I'm going to go to the range and I got something I'm going to do with a pistol, this is usually the one I set it in. This is just some extra cardboard that I will tape to a target down there. We got some ear muffs. I don't wear these. I have my ear on earplugs. These are just in case somebody's there or with us that day. I have a stapler. This is to staple up the cardboard.
There's a lot of staples in there with it too.
A lot of ranges have a spot, wooden jigs down there that's got targets on it. You can just, it's easier just to staple the cardboard to the wood. And I have a toolkit. It's not in here. It's in my bag that's in the truck, but when we go out, I get that toolkit out and carry it up there with us. But you do need a toolkit in your bag because you never know when you have to work on a scope or a gun. We got our glasses. I don't wear these. My wife does. Anyone else that's with us, I don't wear them because I already have glasses on.
Yeah, prescription glasses.
I have prescription glasses. And
that's my earplugs.
And these are cheap. These are like $5.
Yeah.
Comes with 2. And then mine's on my belt. Mine hang on my, I forgot what brand they are, but they're...
And I keep the front pockets open. I think you have Safari Land earplugs. I keep the front pockets open for extra magazines. That's what these are for. That's what I designated them for. So they're always empty until we go to the range.
Now, depending on what we're shooting and depending on what we're sighting in, or depending on where we're going, there will be a few items that get added to the bag.
Yeah, the setup will change, but
this stays.
This stays. This is our, like, permanent. Everything that's in it goes.
If anybody has any questions or if they have anything they'd like to add to this, you might have thought of something I didn't. That'd be awesome. Or people that's reading the comments and checking it out down there might like to see something that someone else might have thought about. You know, this is just...
Yeah, we base our channel basically on community. That's what we want. We want to build that up so everyone can get along and have a...
Help one another.
Yeah, have a judgment-free zone.
I don't care what brand you shoot. I don't care what brand you buy. You know, I just be safe and have fun and find your calm. If y'all want to watch my other videos, we have them. Anybody has any questions or something they'd like to see, leave them in the comments, and if we can do it, we will. If we can't, we won't.